Yeah, Kocur.
Okay, Kocur, another longtime member of Skyscrapers. So we thank you for coming to share again with us, and we give you a warm welcome.
All right, so I'm gonna give a little presentation on my trip to Burlington, Vermont, April 8, 2024. My cousins live up in Burlington, Vermont, and they invited me up there to stay with them. So I went up for, I actually left 2 days early. And so they were very nice to have me up there and took care of me and fed me and had a good time. So, all right, let me just go ahead here. All right. So this is my equipment. This is the Orion 80 millimeter Eon telescope that I bought about maybe 6-7 years ago. And I'm using a Canon DSLR connected to it. Now, it took me about a month to get this whole platform made. And then I made this sun spotter. Basically, it's a targeting device. And then I had to modify this the filter for to be able to fit onto this optical tube, because I made this is a Thousand Oaks filter, solar filter, and I made this to fit on my Canon DSLR lens, and so I had to make this collar to make it fit on this optical tube. So it took me a little while to do that, but that's just what I used, and that's this is the Meade mount that I'm using here.
John, you got to speak up.
Okay, sorry. All right, so my cousin, John, recommended that I go to Charlottetown Beach, and that would be the best place to do the astrophotography. And so when I arrived there the day before, I wanted to check everything out, so I went to different places in the area to find the best spot. And I thought this was pretty good. That's got a really nice view of the Adirondack Mountains. So what I decided to do is said, okay, I got a picnic table all ready for me. I'm going to get there early the next day and set up right over here, right where the picnic table is. And my cousin, John, actually said, hey, I see something down here that you might like. There might be a spot that you can set up your stuff down there. So that was on the second day when I arrived early in the morning. I didn't know that this place was down here. So this was the view of where the sun was going to be and the moon, the eclipse happening above this tree. So I said to myself, okay, I think I'm going to be in a good spot. So here's my spot. This is what John found for me, my cousin John Lemanik. And I go, there's a pad down there all ready to go for me. And it's at the water's edge. And that water was crystal clear too. It was really nice. So I'm really down even below the pad. So I have two setups, one for my camera phone and one for my my regular DSLR. And I'm polar aligned here right now. And of course, I don't have any stars to do a polar alignment. So what I used was a 3D app on my phone to get the magnetic declination correct, because where we're at, true north is about 13 degrees west of celestial north. So this is just an example. I got close to 10 degrees or so. So it's saying 351. So that's actually 9-degree deviation. But that's just an example to just show you the app. And this is just the view from the water line there. Beautiful mountains. And here's my precarious situation. I was able to get my tripod leg wedged right into this rock that had a perfect shape. It worked like a little backstop. And this foot of this tripod is right at the edge of this slab right here, this piece of stone. You'll see it from this side. It's right on the edge down here. And this is stuck in this corner of this rock right here, and this is raised up on that step. So you can see how close I am. I'm only inches away from the edge of the stone. So I got to be careful walking around this because it was in a dangerous spot. And I used the lithium battery, lithium ion battery to run the whole thing. And now I'm aligned to the Eclipse, and it was pretty good. I didn't have to do many corrections at all. It was pretty spot on. So I was very happy with the alignment. And you can see how much of a steep slope I had to work with down here. It's pretty dangerous getting down here, but did all right. That's my cousin John. He helped me with all the setup. And there's a good shot of the targeting device. The sun's right dead center in the middle of it. And I made this right here out of just scraps of plastic. So this platform here I made, and this part here, and then I bought these clamshell rings. There's a close-up of that. Got the sun dead center right in the middle of it. I used a picture off of the internet. Had a whole bunch of different targets, and I just printed it on my printer, and then I laminated it with some plastic and then stuck it right on there. Worked perfect. And here I am just getting things set up. And then we're having lunch with this family. And there's the view, the water, just such a beautiful spot. I was so happy that I decided to stay down here and to be with them too. So there I am. Burlington is 8 miles right up that way. The water's nice and clear. It's really clear. I could put my foot right in the water right there. And I had to use a windbreaker jacket as a shroud because it was so bright. I couldn't see my viewfinder very well, so I had to block out all the extra light. And the eclipse begins. And I had to, in order to get this nice and sharp, I had to get my head under that hood there and under the windbreaker, block out that light and use magnifying glasses so that I could, and put it up to 10x and look at every pixel to make sure that it was so focused. So I really worked on trying to get the sharpest focus possible. There it is, going closer to totality. And that's like 2 minutes away right there. And then I got the diamond ring and the little flare right there, solar flare. And I guess it's Bailey's beads right in here, right?
Big bead.
Yeah. And there's totality. So even though we had some clouds, I was able to get it through the thin, there's just thin clouds. It wasn't too bad with high cirrus clouds. And that's a little higher exposure. And there's my wide field panoramic shot with my phone camera. And that was about 15 to 20 seconds into totality. And it was, the horizon was just ablaze. It was just spectacular. The colors were so vivid. It was almost like a rainbow effect. It was almost like green in here. And there's a canoe out here with about 6 people in it. And there are a couple of balloons, hot air balloons, that are coming across from New York. You'll see them in a minute. My cousin took this shot, which is even a wider field shot. And the balloons, you can't really see them, but they're right about here and here. But now you can see them. That shows you the resolution of these phone cameras. It's just amazing. He has an Apple iPhone, and that's what this picture comes from. Unbelievable. So there we are heading out. the last of it. And then I had the skyscrapers anniversary book up there with me. And I also had a spaghetti colander. And they go, what are you gonna do, make spaghetti? I said, no, I'm gonna take a picture of the eclipse through the pinholes. And I was able to frame it right over the skyscraper's logo. They were pretty amazed at that. There's the balloon coming over. One of them landing. I hope he had a good spot to land nearby there. All right, so that's the end of this part. I just got one more part to do. Can everybody out there see that? Everybody online too?
Yeah.
I don't know if they can.
Yeah, this is what they're seeing.
All right. So this is part 2. All right, so there are a lot of people up there. They estimated somewhere well over 150,000 people in the Burlington area alone, probably. There's a magazine that, an online magazine, and they publish a weekly magazine called 7 Days. And so they had a lot of tips on eclipse observing, and they had an online slideshow that you can go on. If you go on to 7 Days, Google it, you'll be able to see this slideshow. And they have about 80 or 90 pictures. I only picked some of the best ones to show you. So these aren't my pictures. These are from other people from the area. And I give credit to their names there, so you'll see them come up on the screen. So this is Jay Peak, so you can see there's a lot of people. That was north of Burlington. And somebody's enjoying a sundog. How appropriate, huh? And let's see, there's Stowe. So there was a lot of snow up there, but in my area, I had brought winter clothes, really warm winter jacket and snow boots and everything. I had no idea what to expect. And I even drove through a snow squall getting up there 2 days before. And so I had no idea what I was going to get myself into. So I was keeping my fingers crossed that the weather was going to be good. Where it turned out. This is the Burlington waterfront. This is a really busy area. There's a lot of activity going on, a lot of restaurants, a lot of people meeting down there. You can see there's a ton of people.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's a very big commercial area, and that's there's a marina there. This is in Burlington. So when the solar eclipse came, they had the Christmas lights on. This is St. Johnsbury. A lot of people. University of Vermont. These guys chilling. I didn't know what this thing was. I thought they were like working on a skyscraper or something. I said, what's going on? So this is a Moran Park. It's a it used to be a power plant that went out of service. And they wanted to do something with it. They just didn't want to knock it to the ground. So I guess they saved the, whatever you call it, the superstructure of the metal beams. And they turned it into a park. And so you can see they have like a neon light lit up around it. So it's like a sculpture. It got right there, City of Burlington on it. And this park right here attracts a lot of people. And this is a skate park here, I guess, skateboards and rollerblading, whatever. And they have wheelchair accessible activities and stuff, so you can go on the swing right here. And you can see there's a marina right out here, so it's a beautiful place. It's I guess pretty popular up there. I didn't go there, but I just wanted to find out what that framework was that those guys are hanging out. And then you got pastries. Solar glasses, the eclipse, and the sun. And then the dogs were getting into it. They seem to be pretty interested. Cute. And this is St. Michael's. College. Sun spotter. I don't know. The guy looks familiar. I've seen him before, I think. I'm not sure where I've seen him, but probably at one of the star parties I've been to over the years. And you can see the image of the solar eclipse right there through the sun spotter. Have we ever had one of these up here at all? Anybody seen these before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got them up here, right? Somebody must have one. I remember using pinhole projection box when I was like 9 years old, and that was my first eclipse. And that was in Douglas, and it was just a partial eclipse, but I was able to project it on a piece of paper. And I was so thrilled. But then I went to the 2017 eclipse in South Carolina, and that was my once in a lifetime event. And this is my second in a lifetime event, solar event, eclipse event. Now, this guy, Nor Montalvo, came all the way from the Philippines, and he planned on going to Texas, and he rerouted to Vermont because it wasn't going to be too good for him down there. So he wanted to get some good shots. I tried looking online to see if he published anything, but I didn't see anything from him. But he made it to all the way from Philippines to Vermont, and he's got the Lone Star glasses up there, the Texas eclipse glasses. There we go, snow up in the mountains. I think this was somebody's private property, their farm. And this is Bolton Valley. And this one was taken by a 12-year-old kid up there. It just goes to show you what you can do with these camera phones, phone cameras. This one's getting towards the end of the eclipse. The shadow of the moon is passing over us right here, and you can see Jupiter's right there. It's Jupiter. And there's a good shot of diamond ring. It's another nice shot. Dramatic effects. Everybody gets different types of images. They all different color variations. It's just like sunsets change so quickly, you know. This person here, Bob Hatfield, he came from Texas. As a matter of fact, I think he was from Houston, and oh no, Dallas. This guy's from Dallas, and he took a beautiful sequence, just amazing. I think he had something like a celestron on one of those arm, like this one right here, very similar to that, a little bit smaller. 6 inch. Yeah. And this one was taken with an iPhone, so probably eyepiece projection attached to a telescope, and got couple of the solar flares here. There's that one that I got, and you got another one over here that I wasn't able to capture. There's a good close-up of it. Even got something right down here too. There's another flare. Amazing shot. Two more shots here, two more pictures. That one there, that one you've seen before. I had it at the last meeting. And that's it. Sunshine. That picture. That's a cute name. We met. Starksboro. That's it.